Okay. Here we are. No need to be uppity. I'm here. Sorry, it's a little late. Had to get all settled in after picking up the little girl. You know how it goes. Well, I guess you don't, but you have the potential of knowing how it goes. I'm here. I have a ham sandwich for me. Oh well. That sandwich contains ham. That it does. Oh. Here I am. Well, as I sit here and eat this ham sandwich, which is clearly great content to stream on Twitch, how are you doing? When I open the Twitch app on my phone to... Shingo! Thanks for subscribing. When I opened the Twitch app on my phone to just set that I was, you know, going live, I saw that it was recommending me the, a stream of somebody, like, laying on a mattress in a room, just sleeping. Now, I just don't understand why anyone would watch that. And that's the other thing that surprised me. Like, it was, apparently it's Mega 64, and it's like, I remember watching them videos back in the day, you know? He was running around in the neighborhood in his underwear, pretending to be Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Goblins, whatever it was. I remember that. I remember one of them like running around carrying a box full of Legos, pretending to be Notch, getting kicked out of McDonald's. Like, I remember enjoying their videos back in the day. But I'm surprised they're still around. And I feel like if you get to the point where the only way you can make money is to stream yourself sleeping in a room on Twitch, then maybe it's time to fall back to a backup career. I mean, maybe at that point, making a living off the internet is just not working out, and it's time to get a job at Subway. I hate to say it, because I enjoy a lot of their content, you know? I really do. And I don't know the individuals there. I'm sure they're decent people and everything. But I feel like there's a point where you have to kind of give up. You know what I mean? And I hate to sound like a dick about it. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. It's just like... Man. It just feels like a really rock bottom thing. I don't know. I'm probably looking at this completely wrong. I have a tendency of having really bad opinions on things, so I'm probably looking at this completely wrong. All I know is that I wouldn't watch a stream of anybody sleeping. Anybody. What do I know? I'm eating a ham sandwich live on stream. I don't get to have an opinion. I watch baby sleep stream. Now here's the thing. Here's the secret to that. I don't watch my baby sleep stream. I lay her down, I make sure she's asleep, I leave the room, and then I put my phone on mute so I don't have to get notifications from her, and I just check in later. She's fine. She's a big girl. She's gonna be 2 next month. She's a big girl. computer. Help computer. But yeah, no one from Mega 64 is ever going to see this, but if by some weird situation you do, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick, like, on a personal level. It's just a thing where I'm just philosophizing about the concept of streaming yourself sleeping in a room. That's all. Nothing personal. Alright, where is the thing? Oops. Every single Mega 64 member is in chat right now. Which one of you is the guy who wore a full green, like, lycra suit to be Piccolo? Okay, here we go. Let's see, it is January 24th, 2026, and the time is 13 o'clock, 17 minutes, and something seconds. Now remember, with the big cold front coming in, producing the big snow blizzard, if you want to milk this big winter storm for maximum views, maximum social media points, the big hot trend that all the big TikTokers are doing is taking a big bucket of gasoline, lighting it on fire, stepping out into the cold, and dumping it on your head. Because it's so cold outside, the flaming gasoline will instantly turn into snow as it leaves the bucket, and there'll just be a flurry of snow falling down over you. It's an incredible effect, and everyone loves it, and you get big upvotes on the TikTok. Another reason I was a few minutes late to start the stream is I was busy sitting on the couch downstairs, chugging gallon after gallon of milk that I panic bought from the store, while taking an entire roll of toilet paper and flossing my asshole with it. But I got really caught up in it and I forgot all about this.
What is wrong with you? Stop buying computers from thrift stores, man!
Okay, so let's try to pick back up to what we were doing. Let's see. Oh boy, oh boy. Good old 35%. I had Taco Bell for breakfast this morning on the way to pick up a little girl from my mom's house, and whenever I have Taco Bell for breakfast, I always lament the fact that all of their breakfast burritos are grilled. All of them get grilled. I don't like Taco Bell's grilled burritos. When they're not grilled, you know, it's soft, the inside is soft, the tortilla is soft, it's nice. When they grill the burrito, you get this like solid hard like mass on the top that you can kind of knock on, tap, flake off. It's always so dark that when you actually taste it, it tastes burnt. And it ruins the burrito. And of course there's no option when you order it to say, please don't grill the burrito, because there's not. It's very frustrating. I don't want my burrito grilled. You can grill my quesadilla, you can grill my crunch wrap. Please don't grill my burrito. Please. It's awful. Where do we leave off? Looks like we were setting up. Oh, I think we were setting up the speed change. And we were setting up like another event to spawn something in, but we didn't finish it. Let's take a look at how we got it. Let's take a look at how this stage stands. Alright, just do a quick run through. Just try not to get too badly fucked up. Alright. Just get a good grasp on how this stage do. Oh, okay, that was my bad. Did not have to take that hit. It's surprisingly difficult to, and I say this as someone who doesn't play vertical shoot 'em up, so maybe it's a obvious thing, but it's surprisingly difficult to aim at the enemies while also dodging their projectiles at the same time. Like, brain don't work that way, you know? I just don't. I can't double focus on it. Oh boy. Alright, take it easy. He's here. He is here. He is dead. Okay, we're roughly 2 minutes in. Oh, okay. Yep, that's what happens if you don't have full focus on the tentacle corridor there. Ugh. Damn it. Come on. Shit. Okay, just under half health. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, watch out for the missiles. Fine. Okay, the missile bombardment. And then we should have some enemies at the same time. Okay, another Albert. Oh boy. I forgot about this part. That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. Oh god. Okay, then there's the speed up. Okay, and that's where we left off. Just around there. Okay. That's where we left off. Initiating the speed up. So let's see. So we're at approximately 250 seconds. You divide that by 60. Yep, we're just over 4 minutes. Okay, and our target seconds is... Our target is 300 seconds, so we're right up there. So, we sped things up. Those guys go fast. We already sped up the tentacles, the sideways tentacles, right? I'm pretty sure we did, but let's double check. Yes, we're factoring in the speed of the level. Good. Okay, so where's our debug key taking us? Because we're gonna have to start working out the details of the rest of this stage. So it's taking us to 224. I guess that's okay. Let's take another look. I have to pay a little more attention to the layout when we're at 224. When we're at the speed up zone, I mean. Not 224. 224 is where we spawn in. Right, speed up happens. Tentacles come in. Fast guys. Okay, 253-ish, 52-ish, we can spawn in something else. Is this really an empty line I have here? Yep, that's a whole ass empty line. Okay, so let's tweak that to 250, and that's where we'll spawn in something. So let's say we bring in some good old-fashioned fish toasts. Right up here. And I'm assuming we're going to want to speed them up a bit. Let's just see how they look without, without the speed up. I'm pretty sure we're going to want to make them move faster. Yeah, they should definitely be moving faster than that. Okay, so let's take a look at their code. Where is my fish? There he be. Damage code. We got direction. Moves an in. Set alterable value C to random 100. What am I doing with alterable value C on these guys? It counts up to 100. Oh, then it has them shoot. Of course, I'm big dumb. Right. Okay, so what is his current speed? His default speed. It's like 20. So maybe if we speed him up to like 40, it would make sense. We'll just artificially do that the same way that we do it for the Frog Luigi's. Set his speed to 40 and see if that works. Yep, see, he already sped up, the one that's currently on screen. Oh god, look at the huge circles they move in now. Yeah, so while they're terrorizing us, we definitely want to get some more, our target's 300. We definitely want to get some more tentacles coming in. That's the whole idea of this whole speed section. Is to make it so you have to move your ass. Let's try the... go like that. See how that looks. Let's change our debug key to like 237 so we're closer to the actual speed up part. But you know there's a Mac OS 9 version of Click and Play? Theoretically, I could try porting this game to Mac OS 9. I don't know how well it would work, but it's a possibility. Let's see. Okay, that tentacle should come a little sooner. There we go. Get something on the other side. On the other side. Let's see how this looks. Ah, coffee's done. Alright. Alright. Oh boy, okay, nope, that's a bad layout. You can't actually dodge those tentacles like that. I didn't have time to get myself some gamer juice today, so I had to resort to coffee. I should have made myself some, like, hot cocoa. It's a good day for hot cocoa. It's cold as balls outside. Let's see how this goes. That's more reasonable. You can actually survive in that. Now we'll have another swarm of frogs. Fact. Let's copy this swarm, make it a little easier. And then we need vertical. I don't think we need vertical tentacles right now. Let's bring in one last Albert. Well, you know, regular Albert. And then maybe like another slew of tentacles might be good. See how this looks. We might not do it this way exactly. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a bit of a tricky one, but I think it works. A slew of toaster fish I can copy over real quick. Sort of. Right here, let's grab these guys. How do the... I already forgot how the missile generators work. I guess I just create them. Right. See how that goes. Try to focus fire on Albert. Okay, he can be destroyed. That's good. Where's the missile? Did I miss the missiles? Was I not looking at them? Uh-oh. Okay, let's... Got a potential problem. Okay, that is a potential issue. I don't know the ramifications of this or what causes it. But I know we need to... Now that it's happened, we want to maybe make a backup, even if it might already be too late for whatever that means. So let's make a backup. Game. Uh-oh, Arthur. Right. I have not backed up the game in a while, so it's not a good sign. As you recall, this happened before. If we go back to, you can see we have two other instances of Mother 4 down here. The first time this happened, let's see, it was during development of, I believe, the Frieza boss fight. Where I don't remember what we did or how it happened, but we had a Gorillion Gokus do the same thing as Arthur. And we don't have near as many events here as we did in Arthur. Second time it happened, I don't remember the second time, so let's see about the second time. Apparently it was during the Nathan Sandwich's boss fight. And this time it wasn't even like a player, it was a... Okay, this is a double uh-oh when it happened here, because as you can see, it's a random backdrop object. Here's the thing though. The way that Click and Play works is events can only apply to what are called active objects. Active objects are able to be moved around the screen and do things and programmed. Backgrounds are literally just static background objects that don't move. The fact that a background object here is showing up as an available object to code in the events is a very bad thing, as you can see. A very bad thing. So unfortunately, we don't have a save from before this, so let's do two things. One, I know we already backed it up, but for the sake of continuing here, WTF3, for the third time this has happened. And I think all we can do is just kind of hope that this is okay, because all we can do is hope that this doesn't get too fucked up. Why did I make a copy of The Simpsons screen called Goat? I remember why. This was when we ran into the event limitations, and we were trying to see what the fuck was going on. But yeah, this is not a good thing to have happen to our stage here. I don't know the ramifications of this. I don't know the ramifications of this. So I'm gonna take a quick look at this. How's this work? Less than 320. See, the way this works is it should just work. Greater than 640, less than 0. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. So let's just see if the missile barrage is gonna, you know, come in. Okay, there's a missile barrage. I just had to kind of squeeze it into the play area. $280. It's over a minute and a half. Part of me wants us to, like, fucking eject out of this frame now at 4 minutes and 0.6 seconds instead of hitting 5 minutes, because I'm not sure what could happen here. Part of me wants to eject and go straight into boss mode now. Just because I don't know if I can trust editing this frame anymore after this. Okay. And then that's another thing. If we're gonna do a boss stage, we're gonna need the code from this stage. What's gonna happen if we copy this stage? Because those Arthurs are still gonna be there, right? Let me test this. I'm gonna copy the stage, paste it. Okay, this is a copy of the stage. Delete the Arthurs? You can't. That's not how the event viewer works. You can't delete objects here. Dude, they're still there. Even some back here. It's very concerning. It's very concerning. I want to say that we actually have this bug in one of our other stages, and we just continued, you know, moved on to the next one. But I don't recall which stage it would have been. My head wants to say it was a Laura stage. Oh, look. The bug that I was talking about, the backgrounds in the event viewer, they're still here. in the final version of the Nathan stage. So it's still baked in. Close and reopen, click and play. With that in mind, okay, I think it's safe for. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say the Arthur stage, the pre-boss portion of the Arthur stage. Let's say that part is done. We hit 4 minutes, and 66% of another minute. That's close enough to 5 minutes. Let's have it transition to a new frame where he's going to fight the boss. Rather than trying to extend it all the way to 5 minutes. Let's do that. Have we decided on the boss? I had the idea that, you know, we gave Albert the escape mechanism, so when you blow him up, he's not dying, he's escaping. I had the idea that he comes back to be the final boss. I'm not sure in what form, but that was my idea. But if y'all have another idea, I'm open to it as well. Anyway, we want to transition out of this frame. We could have Fat Albert come back in with the rest of the gang, and like they can like pilot like a Megazord or something. I don't know. There it is. Damn the spacebar. Maybe he doesn't need to say anything. Maybe he can just zoom off. We can save dialogue for the next frame. Let's say when we hit 281. Let's see, are we restricting control anywhere? We're not. Good. So when we hit 281, we're going to ignore control. And then, if the timer is greater or equal to 281, we're going to just have Arthur get boosted upward until he's off screen, and that's when the transition happens to the next frame. Okay, and we want to make sure that the code that is preventing him from moving upward doesn't happen. When the timer is at that point. Right, let's see. Yep, there he goes. Okay. So then if Arthur's Y position is less than 0, go to the next frame. So let's make sure this works. Wait. If Arthur exists and his Y position is less than 0, just in case, just in case, just in case. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yep. Let's have it be even greater. Let's say less than minus 64, so we can actually scroll off screen, rather than just touching the top of the screen. Part of the thing that's bugging me about the weird event glitch we saw is we still have to fix the overlapping of the health bar and the tentacles overlapping the dialog box. So we kind of have to work around any potential glitch. And on top of that, we have to take this code and transplant it into the next frame for the boss fight. So if there's something bad lurking in this frame, it's going to carry over, which is not good. Yeah, okay. Save. In fact, you know what I want to see? Okay, we already saved. Let's close. Okay, so this whole frame has a weird bug in the events. What happens if we import it into the Games Factory? I want to see how the Games Factory interprets that bug. It's fine. Give it a second. It's chugging on something here. Okay. Okay. Look at that. The event is not there in the Games Factory. Very interesting. That would imply to me that it's not necessarily a bug with the save, but rather a bug with the Games Factory, with Click and Play itself, interpreting things wrong. Very weird.
Holy crap!
Very weird. So right now I'm thinking that even though we put a cap on the actual stage portion of this, we have to address the overlapping bugs. We kind of saved them. And here's the thing, if we just copy the frame over, then whatever fix we put in here is going to have to be kind of redone for the next frame. So we kind of have to fix these bugs now. which is stinky, but it's gotta happen. The health bar is one of the problems. The other problems, if you'll remember, is, that's true, robotic vacuum. We never inserted laser upgrades anywhere into the stage, somehow. Whoops. The other bug is with vertical tentacles coming down, obscuring the dialogue box. Okay. Start with the health bar. Start with the health bar. Nice paint program, thank you. I like to paint. Okay. Slide this into the corner. Okay, how many pixels is this? 128. 128. It's not a nice number. I mean, it is a nice number, but not for it being out of 100. So that means 1.24. If it's out of 100 and this is 128 across, it kind of doesn't match very well, you know what I mean? Okay. Okay. Sorry, gotta restart the music. What if we change Arthur's health, total health, from 100 to 128? That way it's 1 pixel per point here. Because I'm thinking what we need to do is we need to take this health bar, cut off each little pixel, going all the way down, and paste it into an active object. And that's going to be tedious, but it's the only way we're going to get the overlapping to work with the background. It's not a shitload of object, it's going to be 1 object. Where's the health bar in here? Oh, I hate this bug. Okay. So what events are applying here? Subtracting from it. If it's less than 0, we die. Subtracting, subtracting. All the events we have here is subtracting, so it shouldn't be an issue to change it to 128. 128. 128. Arthur has boosted his health up 28 points. This needs to be saved as a 256 color bitmap. We're just gonna lose some of our fucking shit here, but that is what it is.
Holy crap!
You know what? Let's do this logically. Let's do this logically. Break into Adobe. Do it here. Ugh. That shade of gray is really bad for the mouse. Like, you can't see it. You can't see shit. Okay, so, no tolerance, contiguous yes, no anti-aliasing, get rid of this shit. And... okay, we have to actually crop it like that. Okay, now... save for web. Where's the palette? Custom. Custom palette. Is this it? How do I load my palette? Custom. How do I load my palette? We did this before. Damn it. Oh, there it is. Load color cable. There it is. I think we saved it as a GIF last time to make it work, so let's test. Health bar, maybe? So let's see if that imports without a problem. Zero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. See, the problem is it's 32 directions, but only 31 frames. 128 divided by 4 is nice. 128 divided by 32 is a nice clean 4. But since we only have 31, technically it's going to end up being like 4 and an extra one, which is going to be really shitty, but that's what it is. Okay, so let's try to import it here and see how it gets fucked up. Alright, good. Let's make sure this is all up like that. Health bar. Ugh, positioning this is going to be stupid. Let's take this health bar and I'm going to put it over here just so we can see it and kind of know what we're doing with it. Let's temporarily turn off snapping so we can try and manually place this. Mouse. That's somehow perfect. I'll take it. Then we'll turn snapping back on. Okay. That's our stand-in health bar. Direction 31 of this animation is going to be full health. Now the tedium starts. This is where the tedium begins. This is what we're doing now. Oh, yep. this is what we're doing. Swap the health bar with a number. It wouldn't be the Star Fox parody then. I want to remind you what I had to do for the Spider-Man stage. I want to remind you all, in the Spider-Man stage, in order to calculate sine and cosine for Peter's swinging, I had to take... Where is it? Let me find it. This object that I'm calling a lookup table, and it takes up 3 animation slots. And this object, all it is one pixel that inside of its action point, over there, you see the numbers for the action point? Inside of the action point is storing variables to be used as results for a lookup table for sine and cosine. So, regardless of how tedious what we're doing now is, this is less tedious. What we're doing now with this health bar is less tedious than me having to set up the sine and cosine for the Peter stage. One, two, three, just making sure. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I had to make sure I actually didn't step away without doing the line. So while we're working on some less than entertaining stuff here, let me see if I can do something for you. Hold on. And this is definitely something we've seen before, but... I don't know when YouTube started doing this, because I normally look at YouTube on my phone, but now when I search for things on YouTube on the PC, on the browser, rather than showing me relevant results, it insists on first showing me 10 YouTube shorts that have nothing to do with what I searched for. I hope a sinkhole opens up under Google headquarters. Let's see. Is it? Okay, let me see here. Gonna add these. Oh God. Man, sorry, I'm having some issues. Is that gonna fit?
Welcome to Nintendo of America and the Unique Power of Choice Product Demonstration Seminar.
Yeah, and all that. D-U-L-L, boring, man.
There you go. Alright. Time to work. I already lost track if I had done the cutting on this frame or not. 2, 3,
Hey,
4.
welcome to the Nintendo team and the 1993 Holiday Demonstration Program. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you. During this holiday season, you and your store will be representing the largest manufacturer of video games in the world. You know, Nintendo. And during this thing here with me, you'll see why 70 million other game player dudes across the world are Nintendo nutso. It's radical fun, man. But first, a history lesson.
And now, the condensed version of the history of Nintendo. 1889, Nintendo Kopai is established to manufacture Hanafuda, or playing cards. Cards that are still produced today.
Is that porno?
1959, Nintendo enters first licensing agreement with Walt Disney, producing Mickey Mouse playing cards.
Can't say Mickey Mouse like that.
Donkey Kong hits the arcades. 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System is introduced in the United States. 1987, Legend of Zelda becomes a legendary success. 1988, the very first issue of Nintendo Power Magazine is published.
No.
1989, Game Boy is introduced, featuring the super puzzle game Tetris.
Whoa.
1991, Nintendo launches the Super NES 16-bit system.
How many bits?
Mario Paint and the Super NES Super Scope are introduced. 1993, Super FX chip technology arrives. Nintendo once again leading the way into the future.
Damn. Super FX. Oh, my eyes. Don't look. Okay, we're back.
Very historical. Anyway, you've got 3 objectives. First, get each customer to buy the Nintendo system or accessories that no normal human could live without.
I'm gonna buy it.
Help them make the right choice. Next, get the kids and the adults to get their hands on the cool demo units in your store. And third, answer all the questions the customer has about the competition. You know, technical stuff. Sounds like a lot, huh? Nah. Chill.
Chilling.
We got it all worked out. We'll help you. I got the action on all the key areas, like how to set up your Mario display and use your brochures. And
My Mario
everything you ever
display.
wanted to know about Nintendo's awesome product line. I'm also going to tell you how to fill out the paperwork. No. That's the good news. That's how to get some cash.
Yay!
Customers over the next month, and on top of it all, you even get a certificate of achievement. A really awesome piece of paper.
I'm gonna
To tell
frame my
everyone
certificate.
You represent a Nintendo, so you'll be like the envy of your entire neighborhood. Cool, huh? Oh, okay. Let's get started. You should have a bunch of stuff that came into the store in a big white box.
Why's the box gotta be white?
It has all your supplies in it. Tell them what to look for, Ed. That's the stuffy announcement type dude.
Thanks, Ben. A stand-up Mario standee display demonstration station with a checklist to match up to the contents. 100 of the following brochures for handouts to interested customers. The product line brochure covering Super NES, Game Boy, and the original NES. The Super NES brochure. Sports pages for customers interested in sports games, and 300 game tip sheets. A training binder with 5 laminated sheets in the back details all the key features and benefits of Nintendo's products. Make sure to read the binder after watching this video.
I will read one binder,
There is also
please.
a game pack directory noting game release dates and other cool info. Review these sheets. They are handy reference tools. One time available poster to be hung in your store window where you write in your schedule each workday. 2 of 4 different buttons to wear on your vest. 3 Nintendo Power Players guides for customer reference to attach to the stand-up Mario demonstration station. The Super Mario All-Stars Players Guide. The Street Fighter II Turbo Players Guide.
Does the player's
and
guide
the
just
Mario
tell you to
Paint
jump on the
Player's Guide.
turtles?
1 small screwdriver to adjust displays if needed.
So how do you have a player's guide for Mario Paint?
On this job. 1 Nintendo keychain with 2 keys to open displays. 1 pocket information card to be carried for reference. 1 roll of Mario stickers for handouts to kids.
1 roll of Mario
Super
toilet
Mario
paper.
All-Stars and NHL Stanley Cup Game Pack Manual so you can show customers how to play the games. And 1 of 5 different banners.
Freeze, Ed. You forgot to tell them what they get for free. Bono gifts, dudes.
That's right, man.
Bono?
Our lucky demonstrators will also get to keep 1 Mario thermal travel
1,
mug
2,
and a Mario Paint
3,
pen with
4,
flashlight keychain.
5, 6,
Mario
7,
Paint, the
8,
power to
9,
create. But that's not
10,
all. At
11,
the end of the program,
12,
they
13,
also
14,
receive the hat,
15,
the
16,
vest,
17,
the Nintendo
18,
keychain,
19,
the 2
20,
buttons, and the stand-up Magician Mario display.
21,
All
22,
this courtesy
23,
of Nintendo,
24,
makers of the
25,
Super Nintendo
26,
Entertainment System, Super Super
27,
NES, the
28,
best play
29,
here.
30,
Now back to
31.
you, Ben.
Good.
Thanks, Mr. Announcer, dude. Hey, here's a hot tip. When you go through the box of stuff, use a checkoff sheet in the setting up section of the binder to make it easy. You know, kind of like a shopping list. And hey, that's a lot of stuff. So if you're missing any of those supplies Ed went on and on about, check out the supply section of your training binder thing and dial the 1-800 number to get what you need. Also, sometime around December 1st, you'll get a box delivered that looks just like this. It'll have additional brochures and stuff to hand out, and it will also contain 2 new handouts, a cool Mario Paint handout and gameplay guidelines brochure that is geared more towards parents. It tells about how Nintendo has reduced violence in its games and about the strict standards they have to keep games fun for the family. Once you get all this stuff set up, your store's Nintendo area will look at least as good as this. Excellent, huh? Extra materials go in the box for your standard displays. Give them to any interested customer who's like on the fence about buying the goods. Now, these contaminated.
That's laminated.
Yeah, cool.
Actually, they're
direct
contaminated with
These laminated
COVID-19.
sheets and the player's guides and game pack manuals are for you to spew out great amounts of info on the Nintendo goods to the customers. So read through them. Your store may have some of these decent interactive displays too that customers can play games on. If your store has one, get familiar with it and set up your Mario display stand next to it. There's a section in the manual called Displays that covers how to adjust the volume and change out game packs and stuff. That's what your keys are for. Make sure to read about the displays in your store, and if it's not working, call the number listed in that section and let them know. Now, while on the job, feel free to dress cash, but you also gotta be professional. You can wear like
Wow.
pants and a nice shirt.
Look at how
blouse,
casual these old
and,
people
you know,
look.
Shoes and stuff are required by law. You also gotta wear the vest and the hat, so everyone can see you and know you're the Nintendo answer dude. Or dudette. Always keep a pen in your pocket, some of each of these brochures and tip sheet.
Quick correction. As a millennial, dude applies to both males and females. Okay? I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. Because we're all dudes. You may continue.
You can wear both buttons. Cool. You're dressed, set up, ready to rock and roll. Time to party on, Wayne. First thing we gotta talk about is Nintendo's Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, Super NES. It's way cool, and it's the most awesome Nintendo system there is. You gotta recommend it most preeminently for anyone who wants killer graphics and an advanced system. Display? No comparison. Got over 32,000 colors.
Whoa.
You can display more moving characters. Check it out. It has way higher
Help!
resolution
It's
and
the Star Fox!
And according to one of those independent type 16-bit video game comparison study things done by some dudes named Booz Allen Hamilton.
What does Booz Allen Hamilton know about video games?
Access memory time. Kind of like the time it takes to remember that Barney wasn't in Jurassic Park. Yeah, real fast. Anyway, this memory is 88% faster than the competitors. It also can have 60% more moving objects on the screen at one time. Now that is way cool. So don't let anybody tell you Nintendo ain't best. You just show them the comparison chart you got on the back of that blue dilapidated and laminated sheet. It's also on the quick reference pocket info card. Now the Super NES comes in 2 different sets, the Super Set and the Control Set.
The Super Set
Check it
and the
out.
Pooper Set.
16-bit control deck, Super Mario World game pack, 2 high-tech controllers, and RF for the hookup to the TV.
Whoa.
And until December 31st, customers can get the Super Mario All-Star games for free when they buy a Super Set. They just have to follow the details on the coupon. Make sure to tell all the customers that's a $60 value. By the way, there's extra coupons in your kit. Next is the Super NES Control Set. It lets the consumer who buys it decide what games and accessories to get. Make sure you have the purchaser get their favorite game to take home with this system, or they'll be real bored right away because they won't be able to play the game or anything. In this box, they get a 16-bit control deck, 1 controller, and RF for the hookup to the TV. Then you hook that up to your RV. Not. The Super NES has way cool accessories.
I have no
too,
comment.
Like the Super NES Super Scope, Mario Paint, and Super NES Cleaning Kit. You can get the Super Scope in 2 packages. The Super NES Super Scope 6 with the 6-in-1 game pack, which is way more awesome because of its great game value. 3 puzzle games and 3 space shooter games come with it. or the Super NES Super Scope, and they can buy their own choice game like Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, or Yoshi's Safari. Check this out.
Whoa! You can dance with your Super Nintendo?
Games of the Super NES Super Scope, Yoshi Safari, and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. So to prepare yourself, you might want to consider some basic training exercises.
They're ready to play the Yoshi game.
Both Super Scope sets come with 6 AA batteries, though, so batteries are included.
All batteries are included. Call now.
Yeah, he likes to say stuff like that. Work with your store to set up a Super Scope that people can play. And hey, take some time yourself and learn it. You know, like research and stuff like that. You'll be way more informed. Another great Super NES accessory is Mario Paint. It's even educational and really fun. It lets kids
Nothing
draw their own
educational
pictures
about
colors,
Mario
and it
Paint.
has already pre-made pictures to choose from. It also lets kids animate pictures. They can make mini movies and everything. And wait, that's not all. You can even compose your music with Mario Paint. Kickin'. Mario Paint is amazing, and it comes with a Super NES mouse and a mouse pad too. Kids and parents love it. Remember, when you get your supplemental box around December 1st, it'll have these Mario Paint info sheets to hand out to customers. They're cool.
You think the supplemental box
There are all kinds of
also
cool
contains
accessories for the
steroids?
Super NES, from a variety of controllers to organizers to carry cases. Check with your store to see what they have in stock. Now back to you, Ben.
Don't forget to tell them to get a Super NES cleaning kit too. Whew! The Super NES is an incredible product. But hey, that's not all. No way, dudes. Nintendo's got portable power. It's time for Game Boy. Check this out. Game Boy is the only truly portable game system available on the market. It has over 300 games available for the system. 50% of the players are adults. Over 12 million units sold. Wow. Everybody loves the Game Boy. Some people say they want a color Game Boy, but as soon as you explain the facts, they come to the
You don't want a color Game Boy. You don't want a color Game Boy.
Color. Dudes means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy.
Let's repeat that.
Dudes means more poundage. Color.
You heard it here first. Game Boy Color equals more poundage. If you want to get fucking pounded, get yourself a Game Boy Color. If you're not into getting pounded, no Game Boy Color. Okay?
Explain the facts, they come to the sudden realization that Game Boy is the product they really want. Here's the truth. Color. Dudes means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy. Try 2.79 pounds against 10.6 ounces. Game Boy's lightness is what makes it so portable. Color means you gotta use more batteries, and more batteries often means more expensive. Game Boy uses 4 AA batteries that last for as long as 30 hours. The Color system uses 6 AA batteries and they last like 3 to 4 hours. Do the math.
They try very, 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 very hard to not say the name. To not say the name. Like you gotta sit there in your Nintendo vest and hat. And be like, I'm not gonna say Sega. I'm not gonna say Sega. I'm not gonna say Sega. You ready to buy Super Nintendo, my scrotums?
Game Boy also comes in 2 different packages. The Game Boy set, which is the Game Boy and Tetris, the most mind-bending and most popular puzzle game, plus a Game Link cable that lets you go head-to-head against another player and get competitive. Of course, each player has to have the same multiple-player game pack. Oh yeah, you get 4 AA batteries and stereo headphones to rock out on, too. Then, there's the Game Boy Basic Set, which is perfect for people who have a lot of players to shop for. That way they can buy the game pack of their choice to play with. The Basic Set comes with the Game Boy, of course, and 4 AA batteries. You gotta love this batteries included thing.
Right, Ben. Don't forget, batteries are included.
He really means it. We also have all the extra goods, you know, the accessories like AC adapter, battery pack, so you can plug the Game Boy into the AC, then after recharging the battery pack, you're out the door for 10 more hours of non-stop game action.
Whoa.
We don't want to forget about the one that got the whole thing happening, the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment.
I want to remind you that the battery pack they're talking about, lithium-ion batteries were either non-existent or not cheap and common enough yet. So the battery pack was basically the size of another Game Boy. And you have to clip it onto your pants or your belt. And you're walking around with, like, I don't know what kind of battery it is, but it's a big chunker. It's a big chunker.
System. This jamming system is still happening. It's the original one, and it's got the most games. Over 600 totally cool kicking game packs. It's a lot of software. Sports, action, adventure. You name it, NES has got it. The name of the game is the games, right? Hey, it's also got over 75 million happy happening game players. Let's not forget about them. And now it's got 2 designs. One, the original design like this, the challenge set. This set has the 8-bit control deck. The game Super Mario Bros. 3, only the hottest selling game of all time. 2 controllers, and of course the RF and AC adapter to hook it all up. Then, there's the newly designed control deck.
I remember seeing the updated NES here in stores when it was brand new. And I really wanted one, because my first console was the Super Nintendo. I never had an original NES. I really wanted one. Wasn't allowed to have one, but I really wanted one.
This system includes the same 8-bit system, but with a much cooler new exterior. It's top-loading, so changing games is quick and easy, and you can set it up right next to the Super NES. A new check-it-out high-tech controller, and the usual RF and AC for hookup. It shows Nintendo supports the 8-bit system all the way.
Why not allowed? I already had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo.
Keeping those 8-bit players in the game. So party on! Wow, dudes, lots of product. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, call Nintendo's Consumer Service Hotline toll-free. It's in the help section of the manual. Hey, we talked setup, we talked product, let's talk games. Because like I said before, the name of the game is the games. So what's hot and new?
Do they still have that number? What's the number?
Setup, we talked product free.
Hi. Thank you for calling Nintendo. Let's connect you to a specialist quickly. Let's get started.
Para asistencia en español, oprima el número 9.
For any Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, or Nintendo account question, including troubleshooting and repairs, eShop and prepaid cards, billing and charges, or bans and login issues, press 1.
Help, Nintendo. I got banned. I got banned from Mario Kart. Who banned me from Mario Kart? Hoo-hoo. Sorry, checking in on the little girl. Quick. Little girl, it's time to stop being asleep and wake up now, okay? Hello? Hello? No, don't go back to sleep. She's being lazy. Wake up! Wake up, little girl. Little girl! Wake up! I see you trying to snooze. Get up. Wake up! If you're gonna wake up right now, I'm gonna eat all of your fruit cups. You won't get to have any peaches or tangerines. Wake up. Get up. Get up or else. Get up. Boo. Boo. So you're finally awake. She's gonna go right back to sleep. She's gonna go right back to sleep.
It's in the help section of the manual. Hey, we talked setup, we talked product, let's talk games. Because like I said before, the name of the game is the games. So what's hot and new this holiday? Let's take a look. shall we? For the Super NES, there's another killer sports game to add to the lineup. NHL Stanley Cup.
The hockey.
Coolest Mode 7 scaling spins that track the action. Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. This game pack includes 4 games in one. A must-have for the Super Mario Bros. Enthusiast, including Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3.
The Super Mario Bros.
16
Enthusiast.
graphics and stereo, plus the Mondo Lost levels. This game...
I want to just point out real quick, and it's hard to see because, you know, zoom in real quick. This is pre-release footage, and you can tell it's pre-release footage because, see, this is Mario Brothers 1. And as you can tell, Mario's coloring in the video we're looking at right now, this is modern coloring with blue overalls and a red shirt. The release version of Super Mario All-Stars has his classic coloring with red overalls and a blue shirt. They changed his coloring here from modern to classic very, very late in the development of Super Mario All-Stars. Very, very late. And this footage is from before they changed it. Don't worry about it.
Pack is free when you buy a Super NES Super Set. Mortal Kombat, the game everyone's talking about. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, radical follow-up to the intense Street Fighter. Yoshi's Safari, Yoshi's on the loose again, but this time for your Super Scope. Mortal Kombat, Falcon's Revenge, the newest and kickin'est shooter game for the Super NES Super Scope. Then for Game Boy, Kirby's Pinball. Play arcade pinball on your Game Boy. No quarter required. It's cool. Kirby's the ball. The Legend of Zelda.
Kirby's a
Link's
ball.
Awakening, based on the classic Zelda series games. Now you can take Link with you. It's 4 megs of battery-packed adventure. Portable party, dude. And for the original NES, Tetris 2. The ever-popular Russian puzzle game goes a step
Tetris is so good. Why isn't there a Tetris 2?
Kirby's Adventure. It's Kirby, the floating, inhaling, enemy exhaling dude in Kirby's Adventure for the NES. Okay, now, I stocked your brain up on Nintendo. Let me update you on talking to the customers. First of all, don't be a pushy used car sales dude fast talking customers to death. We don't want that image. Hey, that's my car. You want it?
Hey, this car is you, pal. It has your name written all over it.
Little girl, wake up!
Don't be a
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
You're really doing the consumer a favor when you explain why Nintendo is so
Bibbidi,
great.
bibbidi, bibbidi, bibbidi,
So
wake
try
up!
simple tips. Get your store's customers rocking with your
Lazy
suave,
girl.
bold demeanor. Be enthusiastic and talk video game fun. Don't be fake or too technical. Be real and tell them why Nintendo is so cool. Here's the really fun part. Use the hands-on demo and displays to show the people the Nintendo products. Mac gameplay action. Your store has agreed to set up a Super NES and TV for you to demo with. If they don't have a Super NES display already, make sure you have a Super NES up and running to show top games like NHL Stanley Cup and Super Mario All-Stars. Check it out. These guys will show you how it's done.
Sorry, the ham sandwich I ate at the beginning of the stream
guy over there,
is trying to come back
he told
out.
me that there's a color portable system available.
Well, you know, color does have its drawbacks, and one of those happens to be the weight of the unit. I mean, the unit's going to weigh about 3 pounds, as opposed to 10.6 ounces with the Game Boy. Also, you're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a lot in batteries, too.
Look, you gotta ask questions to know what the customer is looking for, so ask. Number 1, what type of features or games are you interested in? Number 2, how old's the player? Number 3, how experienced is the player? You know, stuff like that. Take the answers and show them how Nintendo meets their needs.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the Nintendo person, right?
Uh-huh.
Great. Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market. You can
show them how Nintendo meets their needs.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the Nintendo person, right?
Uh-huh.
No, I walk around stores wearing vests covered in Mario pins and hats covered in Zelda logos for fun. I'm not the Nintendo person. I'm here for pleasure.
Great. Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market. You can still use the over 600 games that are available for the original 8-bit system, as well as all the accessories. But it has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
Hey, did you see how she did that? Check it out again.
It has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
All right, now look. Use those decapitated sheets.
Man, come on, that's...
Easy, boy. I was just testing to see if you were still with me. Cool. Now look, use the laminated sheets to explain the products to the customers. The legal size yellow sheet answers tough questions. The legal size blue sheet compares our system with the competition. The blue sheet shows the Super NES games and systems. The pink sheet shows NES and Game Boy systems and accessories.
To the end of the health bar.
And the orange sheet shows hot new titles, Mario Paint and Super FX chip info.
Hi, Nintendo, huh? Well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm getting ready to get a game pack for my children. But I've been watching a lot of news reports on violence in video games, and I'm quite concerned about that. You know, I really want to make a good choice for them.
See that man over there? With the top hat and the magic wand? The most violent fucking criminal on Earth. If you cross paths with this mustachioed Mamma Mia over there, you're as good as dead. Throat slit. Goodbye. That's what happens when you cross with fucking Mario, the most violent man on Earth.
And quite frankly, with all these reported violence and things like that, I'm just about ready to get rid of all my systems.
I understand. Nintendo's actually been concerned about violence in video games for quite some time. We actually have this brochure for parents. It details some of the things we look at when we make video games.
Wow, that's great.
All right, now listen, people. Very crucial point. Listen in.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I was talking to the other guy over there, and he told me that the other system actually is better sound, better graphics, is an overall better system, so I'm not sure.
So, quick question. She was just talking about how she was talking to that other guy over there who told her the other system has better whatever. Previously, they also said they were talking to the other guy, and he said, you want a color one. Are they anticipating that while there's a dedicated Nintendo person in the store, that literally, like, down the aisle at the other side, there's a competing Sega person there trying to drive customers to buy the Sega Genesis instead? Is that the impression that Nintendo is getting of what's going on inside of these stores? Little girl, wake up! Stop sleeping! Wake up! Lazy girl. Like, imagine you roll into the... You roll in... You roll into your job at Sears with your Nintendo hat and vest on. Starting the day, heading over to your Super Nintendo kiosk to get ready to blow into the cartridge, and suddenly you trip and you fall down. You look behind you, and it's the Sega person. He's standing there. Full blue spiky mohawk. Black leather vest. And he's just standing there like, good morning, Wayne. Pow! That's how Sega got their sales.
Which one to get?
Let me show you this comparison chart. This shows that in every category, the Super NES is superior to the competition. Not only that, but if you buy the Super NES Superset right now,
Read
you
chat.
get free Super Mario All-Stars.
Yeah,
I know.
Game Pack, Super Mario.
I know that's how Best Buy works, but Sorry, I'm just thinking about how sad it would be to work at Best Buy in the year 2025, how miserable it would be. to work in a retail place like that. Oh God! If you work for Best Buy out there, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I hope things get better for you. I hope things get better for you.
All-Stars that comes in addition. Super Mario All-Stars is a 4-in-1 game pack valued at over $60. It has Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, and the Lost Levels never before seen.
Wow, so I get not only the one that's included with the system, but an additional one.
Yeah.
Plus, it sounds like it's a better system overall. I think I'll get this one.
Great. Don't forget your coupon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Ben! Hey, Ben!
Cool. Oh, dudes, remember, discussions with customers about the competition can be tricky, so make sure you don't fall into the usual traps. You don't ever want to mention the name of the competition. You also don't want to knock, degrade, insult, or make rude and...
Exactly like I said. Don't say Sega! Don't say Sega! Don't say Sega! Don't say Sega! Oh. Don't say Sega! Don't say Sega! Don't say Sega!
unseemly noises and derogatory comments about the competition's products. Talk about all the good stuff about our products instead. You may also hear rumors. When you're out there, perceptions do not always match reality. So don't be surprised to hear these common objections or criticisms about Nintendo. Nintendo is not cutting edge or not coming out with the most advanced, coolest products like the CD-ROM. Not! Let's get real. CD-ROM, yeah, it's great for big piles of information, but Nintendo's not going to bring out a product when there's not a way to get fast action and cool interactive fun out of it. Nintendo doesn't think CD-ROM technology offers enough to players. Yet. Hey, read my lips. CD-ROM is slow.
Slow.
Nintendo fans expect the best, and CD-ROM can't deliver yet. But Nintendo is on the cutting edge. Actually, light years beyond, dudes. In fact, with the Silicon Graphics partnership for a 64-bit system, and the Nintendo hardware for the airlines happening, coffee, tea, Mario, Nintendo is going way beyond in creating fun for the future of gameplay. Check this out. Roll tape.
Once upon a time, video games were just barely video and just barely games. While hailed as an escape from board games, players found themselves bored anyway. Then Nintendo came along and redefined the category with vastly superior video, more challenging games, and just a little character. Kids couldn't get enough of Mario and his adventures. So Nintendo introduced Super NES, and Mario's 8-bit land exploded into a 16-bit world. With a devotion to consistently advanced gameplay, Nintendo has continued to break new ground with Mode 7 graphics and the Super FX chip, which delivers the most realistic action on the market today. But as a company that has always led the industry, Nintendo continues to look forward, and with an eye to the future, tomorrow begins today. Nintendo, the world's leader in video games, has joined forces with Silicon Graphics, the world's leader in visual computing, to introduce the most exhilarating, breathtakingly realistic 3D video entertainment ever witnessed. Project Reality. Leagues beyond any currently available or anticipated hardware, Project Reality will bring to home video players the same types of astounding visual effects seen in movies, like Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park. When this technology is made interactive, players won't just watch their TV screens, they'll dive headfirst right through them.
Imagine it! Video entertainment that looks and sounds like nothing you've ever seen before!
Sorry, I missed the part of the video here where they almost did 9/11 again. My bad. Okay, we got the full animation of the health bar in here now. Now we just have to code it to follow the real health bar.
That is like a dream come true.
Which is gonna be a little tricky.
Sort of takes your imagination
this kind of stuff is just rocket. And it's much better when it's fast.
Fun. They're cool.
I want to play a video game that takes me anywhere I want to go and lets me be anything I want to be.
The fact that they're showing these graphics while hyping up what's going to end up being the Nintendo 64 is kind of bullshit.
Super duper sound.
It's kind of a little bullshit for them to be showing this as being representative of the Nintendo 64.
Play the games. We want to be right inside them.
Like they had some high expectations there. Either that or they were really in on the lies. Way past cool, yeah!
It may have felt like the 21st century, but these phenomenal effects will be dazzling arcade game players this time next year. And by the end of 1995, Project Reality will be a reality to all home players as well. No other system will offer this dimension of realism. No other manufacturer can promise this scope of play.
No
With this
other.
marriage of game-making expertise
They're getting
and technical
married.
wizardry, home video entertainment just took on a whole new dimension.
64-bit Nintendo in the arcades in 94 and in your house in 95. Nintendo is leading the way. Now, let's talk sports. Nintendo sport? I don't think so. We've got great sports.
Basketball!
Super NES, Game Boy, and NES. And we're talking awesome sound and soundtracks. Better in-the-game perspective with Mode 7 scaling and rotation, more game features and options, and incredible graphics. Just look at the Super NES NHL Stanley Cup hockey. The players' movements were modeled from videos taken of actual players. So your players have all the moves and shots just like the pros. You can even save all your stats.
Modeled
and
from
go a
video,
full
get
season.
out of here.
Need I say more? He shoots, he scores. Nintendo Rama. Making the
Nintendo
sports
Rama.
games. Look, make sure to give this cool sports page to customers who are
I want this sports page.
Okay, you got all that. Nintendo is truly awesome. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Now look, there's two more things you gotta know about. Number one, how to complete the forms. And number two, what to do with all this stuff at the end of the demo. Forms. You gotta complete and sign these things every day. Also, you gotta have the manager sign off on it. At the end of the program, turn your forms into your store manager. Unless you don't want to get paid, because you get your paycheck from your store. Then, you gotta also fill out the evaluation that's in that training binder thing, fold it, and drop it into the mailbox. Then leave this stuff at your store. Extra brochures, sports pages, tip sheets, keys, the white and yellow copies of the reimbursement form, banners, posters, Nintendo Power Players guides, the videotape and binder, the all-star coupons and extra stickers, and the time available poster. Now, you can keep the following, like Ed the announcer dude said before. You get the hat, you get the vest.
Do you think that hat's on
Nintendo
eBay?
Keychain, Mario paint, pen, and flashlight keyring. The 2 buttons, pink copy of your reimbursement form, the stand-up Mario display, screwdriver, and your Mario thermal travel mug. Oh, and whatever you don't want, you gotta destroy. So hey, party on.
Why do I have to destroy it?
Hasta Luigi, baby.
But they don't want these secret Mario, like, accessories to get into the hands of the general public. If you don't want your Mario screwdriver, you're obligated by law to light it on fire. Big Mario. Kick that car, Chun-Li. Yoshi's Cookie. I love that, Mario. I just do. Is it over? Is it over? Yep, the rest is all black. How about that? Let me... Oop. I think we've done all we're gonna be able to do today for the game, so let's go ahead and get the computer shut down. I think I accidentally muted the computer. I'm very sorry we didn't get to hear Strong Bad yelling at you. I know we're a few minutes early, but we're not getting anything else done today. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. Anyway, there we go. So, progress. Flimsy progress because we have a potential issue in the stage with the whole event bug. I'm hoping it doesn't become an issue. So, next Click and Play stream, we need to implement the logic for the active version of the health bar. And then figure out a solution for the overlap of the vertical tentacles and the text box. And once those are solved, then we can see if we can make the boss portion of the stage work without running into more issues. Hopefully that I hope we don't run into more issues. Yeah. Okay, so long as everything goes well and nothing gets in the way again, and the baby naps properly and everything, and goes to sleep properly, then on Tuesday at 10 p.m., as long as I don't forget, we will stream. Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, more Banjo Nuts and Bolts. And next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, like I said, more of this. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. I'm gonna go flip the bird to all my CD-ROMs for being so slow. I don't tolerate slowness in my media. I just don't. And I never will. 6.
Oh, nice computer you got here. Can I have it?